Yeah, my name is John. I am the president of UNIFLOW. We are an industrial equipment manufacturer serving the manufacturing industry globally. We are very targeted in our product and our product portfolio to some very niche markets around the world, and Revit has been very influential in helping us gain market share and identify and target new business. We've been in operation since about 1965. And however, our business has changed dramatically over the last 40 to 50 years. And as we've evolved from what I would say a custom machine shop in the early days to a kind of a standard product manufacturer for some very specific types of chemical pumps that are used widely across the industry globally. I think there was a couple of key differentiators. What we were looking for at the time was a kind of a quick entry point into kind of what I would say kind of third party SDR support. And one of the things that stood out to me specifically was the targeted approach that Revit offered, with which was really in and around email and written correspondence. A lot of our clients are in manufacturing and they are not necessarily near their phones. And so it can be incredibly difficult to reach our clients via, targeted outbound calling activity. So most of the competitors that we looked at, and we looked at many, used a blended approach of phone, email, LinkedIn, etc. And I think as we looked at the overall value of what we were getting, and knowing that much of the activity was going to be most successful through written correspondence versus phone, it just felt like at the time that Revit's position and focus around those activities specifically, excluding outbound phone calls, was what we needed. And quite frankly, because it focused only in that particular targeted approach, the price point also fit better as well. I have worked with other agencies like this in my past. And one of the things that I think has stood out to me is that I feel like the interaction that we have with the people that are working our activities specifically allow us to more closely coordinate our approach. We meet routinely, we understand what's working and what's not working, and that gives us the ability to not only pivot but flex and think about how we might do things differently to be more successful. As I've worked with other agencies, at times I felt like I'm not talking to the person that's actually doing the work, and it's going through some sort of an account manager or some middle person that's then conveying the information behind the scenes to the people who are actually doing the critical activities. And I just felt like some of that intimacy that we have was lost. So that I think is what has stood out the most about our interactions with Revit to date. Now, I say that though, under the pretense that it's very, very critical to be routinely in contact and having an established rhythm or cadence with that individual has been crucial, because we have pivoted often. We have learned to be much more highly engaged about the prospect lists, the campaign language, and other methods of our approach, to, I think, get better and better each and every month. So I've seen a dramatic change from when we first started the activities 4 or 5 months ago, to the point where I think our effectiveness is improving greatly, and the rapport and the working relationship we have between our two teams is much better. And I still think that there's more room to grow.